Good afternoon from Epcot, where we're here actually for a different type of video. There's obviously a Hurricane Dorian, that's not too far from the coast of Florida, and I figured this would be a great time to go around and check out some of the hurricane preparations that Walt Disney does in the event of a hurricane. We did have another video planned for today, but I feel like this is a once in a several year opportunity to get a chance to take a peek and see what Walt Disney World does during a hurricane. As a typical Floridian, I have been checking religiously the National Hurricane Center's report on Hurricane Dorian, and they usually put out an update every so often, but last I saw it looked like 185 mile per hour winds, moving at 7 miles per hour. We're in the cone. Who knows? Might get something. We've been getting some rain bands from the tropical system from several miles away, so I got my raincoat on. But anyway, let's go check it out, see what's up. So one of the preparations that Disney does is they actually zip tie down the tarps so that in the event of some very strong winds, it will not blow away or impact something else. Doing so offers a very cool perspective of construction, which normally you don't get to see. You'll see that when we go inside the park. So here we are at the base of Spaceship Earth, and because they've taken down the scrim for hurricane preparations, you can now see what it looks like behind the wall. And judging by the fact that the concrete is all torn up, that tells me that what we love most about the new look of the entrance with the lights with no monoliths, giving it that starscape look, is probably not going to stick around because they've dug it all up on this side. Also, check out that fountain over there. It's going through a whole rehab. It's going to have the cool spire that you see in that concept art in the Epcot Construction Part 2. We'll put a link down below to that video where you can see what they're going to be doing to this area real soon. In fact, it's already underway. And here we are at the Starbucks Fountain View, which will be soon demolished. But something that a lot of people don't realize exists is on the back side of that sign, it says the old Communicore logo. It's pretty neat. So we know from the concept art from D23 that just to the side of where the Penn Central Station is, this building is going to be demolished, and that is going to be the location of the Moana water attraction. Heading over to the test track area, you can actually see this is where you get your pass holder magnets, but there is a huge line for the free mini magnet, which is available from August 29th to October 14th, and then it switches over to the Ratatouille pass holder magnet. Also, you receive a complimentary coaster set for your 4th visit. So, yeah, that line is super long. So I will definitely come back on a later date. Oh my gosh, the line comes all the way over here to Innoventions. Wow. Oddly enough, over near the old Energy Building, you've got a dance party called the Disney Du Jour Dance Party. They've got the little emojis, the Disney emojis on the ground. Huh. I have to say, that tropical weather definitely brings out the weirdest looking clouds. I mean, you've got the sun right over here, and then you've got these weird dark clouds all over the place. It definitely feels different, very muggy too. So something you'll notice from our last construction video is that they removed the scrim from the scaffolding over here. They've even got big heavy machinery behind the walls, but something I noticed is that they took off a lot of the boxes and different stuff that they had on the roof. They were doing some work up there, but it looks like they took all that down in lieu of the hurricane. And it also looks like they removed the scrim from the fence outside of the Wonders of Life Pavilion, or soon to be the Play Pavilion in Epcot. And over here by Test Track, you can actually see that they still have the scrim up which I'm kind of shocked by, honestly. If I remember, I kind of remember during Hurricane Matthew and Irma that they actually took that down, and even the roof right there. But we'll see. There's still time. Something else I noticed, over here to the right, there's more scrim down, and they've actually taken down a tree stump. Not sure why though. And here we are over on the left-hand side of the test track entrance, where the Space restaurant, which now has a name, Space 220. You can see that it's actually, the scrims are down, and it kind of reveals the exterior wall where the space viewing port will be. And then I bet you that is probably where you go through the simulator like you're going to space. Blasting off to space. Oh, inclement weather approaching. Gotta get my raincoat out. So here we are on the other side of the tree stump that was removed. We were on the other side shooting this way before. But the reason I brought you over here is because right over here is the old playground. Right over there. And it looks like they blocked this whole area off and have backhoes here. Normally you wouldn't be able to see that, but they got the scrims tied down for the hurricane, which offers a unique perspective. Alright, it looks like you can see the refurbishing that they're doing to the Odyssey. Actually, it looks like they're going to a white paint color scheme as opposed to that dark brown that has been with it for so many years. Scrim is down once again. Let me tell you what, those clouds look pretty menacing. I think another feeder band is coming in. And you can see here in the China Pavilion that they've actually taken down some of the banners on the walkway. Anything that could wave in the air is taken down. So I have to say, you know, for a Category 5 hurricane to only be 270 miles away from us, it's actually very busy here at Epcot. I know it's the first weekend of food and wine, and we also have Labor Day tomorrow, but I'm actually kind of surprised how busy it is, because I remember for Hurricane Irma and Matthew, the parks were empty the 2 days leading up to it. I guess people are braving this one out. And you can see the crazy weather and how it goes from nice to very dark and gloomy. I would imagine that there's some inclement weather coming this way. I'll pull up the app and find out. Yep, it most certainly looks as though we are getting a thunderstorm coming in here soon. So, gonna have to get the rain gear out. You might remember in our last video here at Epcot, they actually had the gondolas up. Now they're taken down. Don't want the new gondolas to blow away. So here is the rain from one of the rain bands. This is kind of how it goes. You get periods of heavy rain and then periods of nothing. And here we are in the Canada Pavilion, fresh off a rainstorm. And you can actually see that they've taken the scrim down over on the rocks. Definitely exposes some of the neat paintwork they're doing and rock work. Interesting. Let's go back to the back and see what it looks like on the other side over there. Well, exactly how I thought it would look. Like a construction zone. It'll be real nice when the waterfalls start working on this structure again. It was always peaceful back here. Definitely a busy day at Epcot today. No one here cares about hurricanes. So I know in our last video of Epcot, we couldn't figure out what this structure was. Evidently it is supposed to be some bathrooms, which pretty much will solidify this area as like a pavilion. If they're putting bathrooms here, they plan on keeping this around. So that's gonna wrap up our kind of walkthrough of Epcot, where we kind of saw some of the preparations that Disney was making for their hurricane arrival. Pretty cool to see behind some of the scrims that typically Disney doesn't want you to see. I know it was a shorter video than we typically do, and maybe not as exciting, but I think for weather nerds out there, they might actually find this kind of interesting. Especially considering, know, there's a Cat 5 hurricane only 270 miles away from us. Kind of interesting. We do have another video that we will be dropping later on in the week that has to do with food and wine, and us doing the Ratatouille Remy adventure, or whatever it's called, the scavenger hunt. There's some cool stuff coming along the way. I just felt like this was something that we needed to record because, you know, Dorian's kind of a big deal. Normally we say, when we close out our videos, until next time, see you real soon. This time I'm going to say, see you on the other side.